Morning, everybody. It's the Tim Ben and Brooke Show, minus Brooke. Brooke is not here today. Shortly after we signed off the stream yesterday, she was wrapped in a blanket. It's like, you all right, Brooke? She's like, I'm freezing. And we sent her home. She wasn't feeling good. She texted us about an hour later and said, yep, I got it. So she has tested positive for COVID. And so, yeah, she's not going to Nashville this weekend, that's for sure.
Too bad. Feel bad for her.
But we did check in, and she said that everybody, including Botato, they're doing fine. So I hope it's just a mild case.
40 up, Mr. Hattrick.
It's strange. You know, in so many ways we feel like, thank goodness we're finally through this. It's over. And there's still people getting it. You know, Jimmy Kimmel has been out all week because he's had it and keeps testing positive for
Remember
it.
this time last year, if you got, it would be like a headline story. Oh my God, Brooks got COVID. Brooks, now it's like, yeah, Brooks got COVID.
Oh, it's maybe it's a good thing that it's not as fearful as what it was. So.
Definitely.
Yep.
All right, 15 out.
Wow. 1025 KNIX. It's today's best country and all-time favorites. And Tim Ben and Brooke Show, minus Brooke, who, in case you hadn't heard, went home yesterday and tested positive for COVID. So she'll be out today and tomorrow, and she will miss the big trip that she was talking about yesterday with her girlfriends in Nashville. But she's doing okay. Brian and Baby Bo are okay, so we'll keep you posted, and we hope she has a mild case of it and should be back next Tuesday after Memorial Day. All right. So yesterday after the show, right as we were sending Ben or Brooke home, Ben gets a call. And oftentimes Ben will get a call. I don't know, Ben, if you can't hear, but your phone is so loud when you answer it. We often can hear who's on the other side.
I don't get it either. So I don't know why that is. It's almost like it's on speakerphone, but it's not.
Exactly. So you're in the studio with us. You take a call on your phone from the Glendale police. Why were they calling you yesterday, Ben?
Well, they were calling because they had a question for me. They were concerned. They said, hey, are you missing your passport? And actually, I am missing my passport. A couple of days ago, I started looking for my passport because I'm planning summer vacation.
Sure.
And I couldn't find it. And I knew I renewed a passport recently, went to Mexico, brought it back. So I'm like, I didn't leave it in Mexico, but I was looking for it. So to make sure I had it for this upcoming summer trip, didn't have it. They said, we have found your passport in a book bag of a man we arrested a couple of nights ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So your passport is in the book bag of some criminal arrested by the Glendale police.
Mm-hmm. I left it in my car, I believe is where it got stolen from. I have such a bad memory these days, but I believe it was in my car and somebody must have gone in there and nabbed it.
Somebody break into your car recently or what happened?
Not that I know of, but
they clearly got into your car somehow.
Well, when you leave your keys in your car,
What?
People can open the door and take things out of your car.
Where do you do that at? Why do you do that?
I don't know, Barrel Boy. What if I went to the car wash? Keys are in the car when you go to the car wash.
Oh, okay. If that's a logical reason.
Like it's such a dumb question. Who doesn't leave their keys in their car every now and then? Everybody.
So, okay. So this guy gets in your car. Yeah. I mean, do you steal anything else? Like, do you still have all your Clay Aiken CDs? Is that intact or what else?
Yeah, I got my Clay Aiken CDs.
Did you? So you didn't even know somebody got in your car?
No, I just thought I've lost my passport. I was actually about to go home and look in my luggage from the trip to Mexico to see if it was possibly still in there. And I had even gone, okay, well, I'm going to have to go up to Camp Verde again and get another passport.
Shout out to the Glendale PD who solved a crime that you didn't even know had happened.
Right?
Those people, they are spot on over there.
Wow. Glendale's finest. Thank you.
I also wonder, how did they know to call you? I mean, your name's on your passport, obviously. But how do they get a hold of you?
They said it. I asked the same question because at first I thought, okay, this is a prank. You guys are playing a prank on me. It's probably Jim Sim, calling to record a prank on me.
That's a good thought.
They said that they have, obviously, with a passport number that's not hard to find, with your address in there, they can get your phone number too.
So one last question there for you, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Have you checked to see if your identity has been stolen? Like that your passport has everything on it. Have you made sure that there's not a loan for a home or a car under your name right now, man? I'd be freaking out.
Would be so ironic if somebody went and bought a boat with Ben's identity.
Yeah, probably. I have not checked today, but it's on my list of things to do.
Oh,
I'm almost afraid to do it. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on.
That is a big deal. Well, you got your passport back. The Glendale police got the man. And I think we should do a confession session about people. Have you known anybody who got their, or has your identity ever been stolen? It's awful. It's the worst. It's so inconvenient, and it can cause nightmare kind of problems for you for years.
They just said, check your credit cards, statements, make sure that nothing's going on. I do have LifeLock, by the way. Thank God.
Oh, good. All right. If you've got a story about your own personal identity theft situation, we want to hear it at 833-577-KNIX. Ben, just another great Ben story.
Only me.
We have your passport, Ben. I didn't know it was missing. All right. Unreal.
Phone's popping.
We got some calls here.
We may need to go. I can't screen them for you to help you.
Yeah. KNIX, hold on just a minute. Hi there, KNIX. Who's this?
This is Clint Coward. How are you?
Good. Is it Chris?
Clint.
Clint. Okay, Clint. Got a story for us?
Yeah, I got it's a pretty decent one. I mean, I got a call yesterday morning from a lady on Facebook that I gave her my number to call because she said she wanted to have a discussion about my son. So I called her, and she went on to tell me that she has a restraining order against my son for threatening and not giving back, I guess, her daughter's nude pictures and some other things.
Oh, wow.
Long story short, some kid has catfished my son, and he's been doing it for quite a while.
Wow.
And,
wow.
I mean, it's probably not something you want to share on the air. Maybe it is. I don't know. But, yeah, totally catfished my son. And so I get everybody on the phone, and she's like, I've never heard this voice before. This is not Joe.
Oh, my
God.
God.
Is Joe. So, yeah, we finally got the cops involved yesterday, and we're going to prosecute the
That's
kid.
crazy. Wow.
So, yeah, he had an active restraining order against him. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy.
That is weird. Well, Clint, I hope that all gets resolved. I'm sorry you had to go through that, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. I thought it was funny, and, well, it's funny now.
Yeah,
it wasn't
funny in a weird way. Yeah,
right.
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. KNIX, hang on just a second, okay? Hi there. Who is this?
This is Stephanie.
Stephanie, what happened to you?
So when I first found out about 2 years ago that I was pregnant, I lived in Texas at the time, and I went to the hospital, the doctor's office, to set up my appointment. And she was like, "Oh, you already have a file with us."
Oh.
No, I don't. And she said my full name. I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." She said my social security number. "Yeah, that's me." She had a picture in the system because I take pictures to verify. It was my ex's girlfriend who was using my identity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already know you. And by the way, you're not you.
Right, yeah. And I was like, no, that's not me. The picture wasn't me, but everything else was.
Was it difficult to square that up to get that, resolved, or did it take a nightmare of work?
It took a nightmare of work because they had everything, my information, but his insurance information on her.
Oh, wow.
And so it took like 6 weeks
Crazy.
to be able to prove to them coming into appointments that I'm me.
Wow. With your identity, when she stole your identity, did she open up credit cards?
Not that I know of. As of right now, all I know is just she had a baby under my name.
That's so weird. Yeah, you think, credit cards or shopping sprees, but to go get medical care with someone else's identity, that's bizarre.
Yes, I was in shock. It was a year ago, and I'm still in shock.
Wow. But your baby's okay?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Excellent. Stephanie, thanks for calling.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Hi there. Who's this?
This is Drew.
Drew, what's going on?
I was calling about the stolen identity.
Yeah.
So my stepmom in high school when I was 18, she opened a bunch of credit cards and a car loan and everything else underneath my name.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Your stepmom.
Yeah. Yeah, stepmom.
Usually it's the other way around.
Right.
my mom. Wow. And how old were you?
I was 18. I was still in high school.
Wow.
And
What
the
can your
craziest thing, 'cause my mom came up and she started asking, she's like, "Did you start opening up credit cards or nothing?" I
Yeah.
said, "Mom, I'm just worried about sports in school. That's all I'm worried about right now."
Wow.
Oh boy, did she rack up a bunch of
Yeah.
charges on credit cards?
Yeah.
What is your credit score like when you're 18? Like
That's what I mean. That's what's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty
She
serious
opened all
still.
this stuff up and got a car. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Jeez.
Drew. You get it
Thanks.
all squared away, we hope.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. All right. Take care. Hi there, KNIX. Who's this? I'm sorry? Say again?
Becky,
Yeah, Becky. What's your story?
when I was 16, I was on Access for health insurance, went in for an annual review, and found out that my social security number had
15
been
away.
stolen by 6 40-year-old Hispanic males.
Oh, my gosh. Hang on just a second, Becky. 1025 KNIX with Tim, Ben, and Brooke. Minus Brooke today. She's at home, and we'll be back with us next Tuesday. But, boy, we're hearing some horror stories at 833-577-KNIX about people who unfortunately had their identity stolen. We hope that didn't happen to Ben, even though his passport got lifted. All right. Well, let's see here. All right. So 6 other people had been using your social security number, huh?
Yeah.
And how long did it take to square that away?
About 3 years.
Really? What a nightmare.
Yes.
Goodness.
It was a total nightmare. One of them had a car loan. Another was trying to buy a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think I might need to get on the phone with Equifax as we speak. I
Yes.
gotta go.
Yes.
That's actually where you're supposed to go, is to the credit bureaus and see if there's anything going against your credit score right
Oh
away.
man.
Anyway, well, thanks for calling us, Becky.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Becky.
Which one you want to play first?
I think we'll play the girl.
I think we should play the catfish guy thing. You?
Yeah. Jill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it's a pretty decent one. I mean, it's Clint Coward. How are you?
Good. Is it Chris?
Clint.
You need to pause here. Do you want the confession bed?
I don't think so.
So it took, like, in the system, this is Stephanie.
That's stepmom.
Usually it's the other way around.
A year ago, and I'm still in shock.
Wow.
Information, but
Yeah, we already know you. And by the way, you're not you.
right, yeah. And I was like, no, that's not me. The picture wasn't me, but everything else was.
Was it difficult?
It took everything, my information, but it took a nightmare of work because they had.
Check.
15 up.
One 1025 KNIX. It's Tim, Ben, and Brooke. Brooke is at home, and we'll be back with us Tuesday. But Ben found out his passport had been stolen before he even knew it was missing. Well, you were looking for it, but you didn't know till the Glendale police called that they had your passport. And I heard you ask him, well, what can you do with my passport? It's my picture, and, can you go like Jason Bourne and try to get into a different country as a spot?
Because it's got you got a passport number, but your social security number, I don't believe, is on there.
It's not, but they got enough information from that to steal your identity. And we're hearing from people who've had various, brushes with that problem, that modern day problem. Stephanie's on the line. What's up, Stephanie?
So when I first found out about 2 years ago that I was pregnant, I lived in Texas at the time, and I went to the hospital, the doctor's office, to set up my appointment. And she was like, "Oh, you already have a file with us." No, I don't. And she said my full name. I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." She said my social security number. "Yeah, that's me." She had a picture in the system. They take pictures to verify. It was my ex-girlfriend who was using my identity and pregnant with a child. Yeah.
Yeah, we already know you. And by the way, you're not you.
Right, yeah. And I was like, "No, that's not me. The picture wasn't me, but everything else was."
So how hard was that to get fixed? Did you get that all resolved, or what was the process there?
It took a nightmare of work because they had everything, my information, but his insurance information on her.
Oh, wow.
And so it took like 6 weeks
Crazy.
to be able to prove to them coming into appointments that I'm me.
Wow. With your identity, when she stole your identity, did she open up credit cards?
Not that I know of. As of right now, all I know is just she had a baby under my name.
That's so weird. Yeah, you would think, credit cards or shopping sprees, but to go get medical care with someone else's identity, that's bizarre.
Yes, I was in shock. It was a year ago, and I'm still in shock.
Wow. But your baby's okay?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Excellent. All right. Thank you for calling. Yeah, it's really strange. Our phones are ringing off the hook with people. It happens a lot, and at some point, it'll probably happen to all of us here. It's 1025 KNIX, Tim Ben and Brooke Show.
I agree with that. Are the phones still ringing?
No. What else do we have? Wow. And how old were you? All right.
Say your name.
Ask a question. If you know the answer, say your name. We'll call. Got a story for us?
Yeah, I got this is pretty deep.
Sorry, I know it's annoying.
So I got a call yesterday morning from a lady on Facebook that I gave her my number to call because she said she wanted to have a discussion with about my son. So I called her, and she went on to tell me that she has a restraining order against my son for threatening and
I thought about
not giving back, I guess,
calling.
Hang on a second, man.
Pictures and some other things.
Oh, wow.
Nude pictures and some other things.
Oh, wow.
Long story short, some kid has catfished my son, and he's been doing it for quite a while.
Wow.
And
oh, wow.
It's probably not something you
Wow.
And it's probably not something you want to share on the air. Maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, totally. Totally.
Wow.
And totally.
Wow.
And totally catfished my son. Totally catfished my son. And so I get everybody on the phone, and she's like, "I've never heard this voice before. This is not Joe."
Oh,
I'm like,
my
"This
God.
is Joe." So yeah, we finally got the cops involved yet. Not Joe.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
"This
God.
is Joe." So yeah. Short, some kid has catfished my son, and he's been doing it for quite a while.
Wow.
And totally catfished my.
You got time? I'm going to sweep you here.
So yeah.
Wow.
And so yeah, we finally got the cops. Yeah, we finally got the cops involved yesterday, and we're going to prosecute the
That's
kid.
crazy. Wow.
So yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had an active restraining order against him. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, I got a call yesterday morning from a lady on Facebook that I gave her my number to call because she said she wanted to have a discussion with about my son. So I called her, and she went on to tell me that she has a restraining order against my son for threatening and not giving back, I guess, her daughter's nude pictures and some other things.
Yow.
Yikes, right?
I mean, this is when I go, I don't envy the parents of today. It was hard enough getting mine into adulthood, but the things facing the little Bo babies and Pennies and Bennett's,
Oh, and yeah, Parker's.
Yeah.
Because he's going off to college. I'm like, I'm so like, he can't keep his room straight. It's like, oh my God. There's so much he doesn't know.
Yeah. I mean,
You want to tease here? Do you want to play one quick? What do you think?
We'll just tease it here.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Fake Ben will be doing a song called The Review of the Week. Now, I used to leave my key in the car in my truck because I had a keypad, so I could lock it. And then,
yeah.
Do you have that situation on your car?
No.
So do you leave your keys in your car outside your house?
Not always. I don't make it a habit.
But you've done it, like you would say you do it a few times a month?
No, not even a few times a month.
All right, you're teasing here. You might need a pause. You only got 6.
Ben Baxellier.
1025 KNIX, Tracy Bird, an all-time favorite. Haven't heard that one in a while.
And it all started when Ben left his keys in his car and somebody stole his passport. And are your keys in your car right now?
No, they're
Okay.
not.
Tell everybody where
I'm checking around to make sure.
This morning. KNIX.
I'm checking around.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I do forget my keys, though, every freaking where I go.
Yeah, I got.
Does your car, are they the keys that they don't have to be, you don't put a key in the ignition. They just have to be close?
Like when you take the keys away 30 feet from the car locks itself.
Oh.
And when you walk up to the car, if they're in your pocket, it opens the door. The doors open automatically. Keyless entry. But you were saying Barrel Boy yesterday. It's true. If you go into valet your car, those people could steal anything out of your glove box.
Oh yeah, I mean,
car wash.
I'm not in the air.
Yeah, you're on the air.
I'm just
on all 8
I'm
stations
so
right
weird.
now.
I'm so worried about that. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. When you valet your car washes are all things, that where you're leaving yourself susceptible. That's why you should never leave anything important in your car. Like anything like personal.
Well, you got to keep your license, or not license, your
registration.
your
Yeah, but
insurance,
at the same time, if registration gets stolen, registration's got, it's got your VIN and that type of stuff on there. Yeah, but you can easily take care of that online.
You're right. I know you shouldn't leave your wallet.
And here's the other thing is I don't have my registration or my insurance in my car anymore. I have it all on my phone.
Smart play.
So like if I, God forbid, get pulled over, here's my insurance. Here's my registration. It's all on my phone. I don't know. Maybe it's just how I grew up, but I'm like so OCD about that type of stuff. I'm the guy who has his wheelbarrow on the side of his house chained to the wall on the side of his house because nobody's going to steal my wheelbarrow. Inside my garage, I have things chained to the walls.
Right.
All right, you're 15 out. There is a pause.
1025 KNIX. We're talking about how close Ben came. He had a brush with identity theft. Somebody stole his passport from his car. The Glendale police were kind enough to retrieve it and let him know. And while I was doing a blog for the Kim Commando Show, one of the many jobs I had back when, and it was all about identity theft. They said, one guy lost almost everything he owned, his house and all kinds of stuff, from people who pick through his garbage. You get offers in the mail for new credit cards or refinance deals. And there's enough information just on those in your garbage when you throw them away that they can, piece that together and steal your identity. Another one that was very common, he said, when people post something on their social media, like of their son or daughter, hey, little Johnny is 7 years old today. We're so proud of you. Well, they know Johnny's name, his last name, they know his age, and they can cobble that together to put together a profile and steal Johnny's identity. He won't even know it till 15 years later when he goes to apply for credit to get a car or get an apartment, and his identity's already been in jeopardy all these years. It's almost like it's, there's LifeLock. I know, Ben, you have that, but there's so many ways they can get at you now. In fact, Clint is on the phone with something that just happened to him. It's becoming a more common problem as well.
So I got a call yesterday morning from a lady on Facebook that I gave her my number to call because she said she wanted to have a discussion about my son. So I called her, and she went on to tell me that she has a restraining order against my son for threatening and not giving back, I guess, her daughter's nude pictures and some other things.
Oh, wow.
Long story short, some kid has catfished my son, and he's been doing it for quite a while. Wow. And we finally got the cops involved yesterday, and we're going to prosecute the
That's
kid.
Crazy.
So, yeah, he had an active restraining order against him. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Wow. This is a more common problem these days. I've known a couple people with mostly it's boys, but they interact with someone on social media, and they end up sending naughty pictures, and they found out that they're not talking to who they thought they were when that person turns around and tries to extort money out of them, threatening to, send the pictures to everybody on their list. And it's just another one of those situations with high school age and even younger boys mostly.
Happens all the time.
Happens with girls
many
too.
Stories, yeah.
This is why we say, Brooke has said on the dating apps and stuff, like, guys, if you're going to send a picture of your anatomy, snap a photo of your ear and send that. It proves you're a good listener, and no one will ever extort you for a picture of your ear. But thanks for sharing those stories this morning with Tim Benbrook here at 102.5 KNIX. Let's see. For the 50.
Nothing really happened in the Johnny Depp case. Do we talk about the Will Smith thing, or do we save that for tomorrow?
I'll say that for tomorrow.
I agree.
Steven Tyler is apparently back in rehab.
It's sad.
That wagon.
Do you have any more calls? No.
This is weird. I'm just looking at random facts for today. The TSA makes almost $1 million a year from loose change people leave behind at security. Damn.
I can see that.
And a whole lot of snacks too, you know. Cheetos. Mountain Dew.
75 Ave in Peoria.
Actually, I'll be out there today, probably near there, the Glendale Police Department.
Is that something we talk about? Kind of like only Ben
I went to
gets
pick it up.
stolen, drives all the way out there to find out that it's
it's
closed.
They're open every day except Tuesday.
So you went? Did you go out there and
Yeah.
find that out?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Did they not tell you that on the phone?
No. Even the lady at the front desk didn't know. She goes, "Oh yeah, the claims department is right down the hall." I walked up to the door and closed. Yahoo.
I feel the same way, Bindi Shay.
If anyone wonders why I'm in here in place of Brooke today, it's because my studio does not work today.
Yeah, Brooke's got the cocoa. She was very defiant. She never had it. And that was till yesterday. She was, I don't know if she was during the stream, but I came in at one point during the show and she's wrapped in a blanket.
She came in and asked for, asked me if I had a coat. She was freezing.
I felt bad. I didn't want to say anything to her yesterday, but remember I said that off air. I was like, when she said she wasn't feeling good, I'm like, you look really pale and bad. But obviously you can't say that to a coworker without being offensive and rude, which I wasn't trying to do. But then she was like, do I? And I'm like, you're as white as a ghost.
Yeah.
It's like, I felt horrible for her. I was like, okay, like so you need to go now.
So we thought it's either COVID or you're pregnant again.
I Googled.
And it's COVID.
All right, what do we think?
Well, let's just follow up on the Glendale PD.
Okie dokie.
Good morning, KNIX.
Yeah, are you still doing the confession session?
Sure. What's your name?
Alex.
Did you say Al?
Alex.
Alex. Okay.
Hey, oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Alex?
Oh. No, yeah. Gosh, I've had my identity stolen. I've had like 4 different instances just in the 2000s that I've had to deal with.
No kidding.
Yeah. My social security number was stolen along with my mother's when I was 18. And when I was a Phoenix firefighter, after I left the department, they had me working at a couple resorts, a few fast food restaurants, so I got that taken care of. Later on, I started getting collections calls for my past due utilities in Evans, Colorado.
Really?
I lived in Arizona all my life. And when I ended up finally getting into it, I was able to verify the lady's address and everything because she even had my birth date and just using different variations on my name. And Evans, Colorado police actually had the lady in front of her, but they couldn't arrest her because she didn't physically have my social security number on her.
Wow.
So she got away with it, and I got everything cleared up until recently. I was down to Social Security and found out that somebody's using my social to work at a tip agency, which has nothing to do with what I do, which is driving a semi. And so I had to contact that agency and ended up providing them with information and ultimately ended up getting that person completely fired and ineligible with that company. But it's just an ongoing thing that I
That's so weird. It's such a nightmare for you. And it all started with your social security. Somebody else said that you shouldn't have to give your social security number for anything. You really shouldn't. They ask you for it at the doctor's office. They don't really need it. So many places ask for it. And a lot of times I'll just put the last 4 numbers. But yeah, I'm sorry all that happened to you, man. Do you feel like you've got it secure now, or are you just waiting for the next incident?
No. I mean, as far as for credit goes, I got the credit monitoring, and I monitor my credit at least twice a month to see what's there, and I can dispute anything. But I mean, as far as anybody using it for employment, I've got to take time off of work to go down to the Social Security office, see a list of the place of what they have for me for employment, and it's probably every few years I can go down there and I can say, no, take that off, because I don't want to have to sit there and face the tax consequences of income that I never had because of somebody else using it.
Yeah, that's so strange.
That's
well,
crazy.
Alex, thanks for calling and letting us know. I'm sorry you had to go through all that, buddy.
Oh, yeah, it sucks. All right.
Yeah. And by the way, this is really Alex and not somebody portraying you.
Technically, my legal name is Alejandro Jesus.
Yes.
That might be why it's getting used so much. I don't know.
Might be.
It is a great name.
It is. All right.
Well, it's too hard for me to say.
Alejandro Jesus.
Take care, buddy.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
You gonna play him?
Hmm?
You gonna play him?
In trying to clear up my taxes, I couldn't log into the IRS website, and it was because the Social Security had my birth year wrong, and I went down to get that fixed. And it was such a perplexing thing because they're like, yeah, this happened when we switched over to computers about 8 years ago. They entered all of the data in by hand. I'm like, okay. Between the Social Security Administration and the IRS, 2 of the biggest customer service agencies in the world, and they just,
Biscuits.
There's a lot of problems in the world. These are the least important problems that the police department has to face, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's a huge crime, though.
Big time. Yeah.
The world's crazy, Tim. That's right. Just take me to Alcor. Wake me up in 100 years.
For as often as we reference Alcor, we should get them as a sponsor on the show.
I agree.
Alcor should team up with Yeti and do a Yeti cooler. The Alcor head cooler.
I was talking to Michael Ray over the weekend. He's down. He's like, I'll join you. I'm on my way.
I read the book. There's a book about Alcor.
Yeah.
Which is the place that freezes people.
Place with,
and you'd think they would love the advertising, but apparently there's their business is thriving. There's tons of people who are.
I guess.
I don't think they
can.
can.
You ever buy that building?
Yeah.
It's creepy looking.
What's really creepy is when it stumbles upon you, and make a left turn. And it's like, oh, there's Alcor.
Yeah, we drive in that industrial district over by the air park. You drive by it. The only reason why I noticed what it was, there's some serious security cameras in that building. I was like, what is that? Oh.
They don't want you stealing Ted Williams' head.
I don't
Playing
think you could.
kickball with it.
I don't think you could get on that property without them locking down on you.
It's like I've got his original rookie card autographed in mint condition. Yeah, I've got his head.
There's tier packages though. Have you ever read the book? You didn't read the book.
I didn't read the book.
There's tier packages. You can get your whole body frozen for
it's like
$100,000
a year.
Yeah, something crazy. Or you can just get your head for half the price. And their thought process is like Frankenstein. They'll have the technology to sew your head onto a body and make it fully functional.
Well, and as ridiculous as that sounds, so did self-driving cars at one point.
You're right. I wouldn't doubt that they could do it.
Read on the radio.
I mean, no, there's like a red light on there on that thing. As long as it's working here.
It's Fight Club.
Yeah. No, so I'll keep going. That's why I didn't come. But I checked with everybody else.
I've never seen it say that 123 or 187 or whatever. I was like, what is this? Whatever that number pattern is. Where I'm like,
ladies and gentlemen, Reed is here. Hi, Reed.
Hi.
What people don't realize is Reed is a savior of so many things around this building. And when Reed calls you at 8:30 at night and says, tomorrow's going to be interesting, you go, might as well have another swig of this beer. Oh. Yeah, I can seg and stuff like that there. I just... Yeah. Can I record into Adobe? Okay. Good to know.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Right on, brother.
Why don't we just dance? 102.5 KNIX, Tim Ben and Brooke Show. And if you're listening and you're thinking, wait a minute, something is different. What is missing? Well, Brooke is at home. We sent her home yesterday. She wasn't feeling that well. And sure enough, she tested positive for COVID-19. So she'll be out today, tomorrow, and back with us on Tuesday, we hope. She says, Bo baby's fine. Her husband's fine. She's just doing everything with a mask on now at home. And, you know, I'm not sure she's 100% disappointed that she had to cancel her Nashville trip. Do you get the feeling that maybe, because one of the stories she didn't tell yesterday is that she booked it one day early so she could fly in and spend one whole night by herself in a hotel room, all by herself. As a new mom, I'm sure a lot of people could relate to that.
I love when she goes, I had a cocktail just to get back in shape.
Yeah, right.
Back in drinking condition.
And that didn't go so well. Well, listen, Ben, you know, just to follow up to the call you got yesterday from the Glendale PD, they said they'd found your passport in a bag of stolen goods of a guy they'd arrested. Did you get your passport back? What happened there?
No, I went to Glendale, to the police department out there, to the property claims department, and found out that they're only open 4 days a week, closed on Tuesday. So the day I go out there,
the one day you go,
the one day I go out, and spend $20 of gas to get out there, they're closed.
Do you think that maybe the officer told you and you didn't pay attention to that?
He did not tell me.
He did not tell me. Man who did not know his passport was missing.
You know what? Maybe he did.
Attention to detail.
You're right.
Still, outstanding job by the Glendale PD.
Yes, props to the cops.
They solved Ben's crime before he even knew he had one.
Thank you, Glendale.
102.5 KNIX. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
You were saying, though, that your neighbors said something was happening in the neighborhood or something, right? Did you ask if he's got like ring camera of like your house? Because I know like I can see my neighbor's house. I'm asking.
Yeah, they asked me that because I told the police department that yes, my neighbor came up to my son a couple of days ago and said that there were people in the neighborhood trying to open car doors. And they have it on security cam. So I'm going to go knock on his door today and see where that is.
Here's another scary fact. The codes that open your garage door and the codes that open your car door are very finite. There's only about 20 of them. and a guy with a laptop and a little RIFD transmitter, whatever that thing's called, can just sort of scan the codes and open any
open
door
garage doors.
or garage door.
Who?
It's crazy.
I know, it is really crazy.
Yeah, it's biscuits.
Well, I got the Ring doorbell. I mean, I've got cameras all over my house, exterior and interior.
Just thankfully, as of right now, they didn't hopefully go on a spree with your information. Like that's, ugh.
Yeah, he said that it's a lot of times it's tweakers and they go to jail, and then when they get out, they sell your information or something.
Yeah,
there was something
in terms of what could happen when somebody steals like your wallet, credit card. The best of the bad things is they steal your credit card and they use it, because then it's been used. You can shut it down, but it's a one-off. A lot of times, if they steal your identity, they'll sell it on the dark web, and so you may shut down one instance of it, but other people have access to it, and that's where it really gets tricky on the old dark web.
I should just cancel my credit cards, don't you think?
I don't think I would necessarily go that way. I would just monitor it. Have you looked at your transaction statements thoroughly, not just kind of done it on the app, print it off online? And
I did it last week, but I'm worried about between last week and now.
I would do it heck, you don't know when it was taken, man. I'd go through every single thing with a fine-tooth comb and be like, all right, is this? Even if there's what's this random 10-cent charge, or what is this, a $1 charge you don't think anything of. Sometimes that's how they're testing. I had my credit card stolen one time, and I saw it was weird. I saw a 99-cent charge at the Shell station.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did get gas. Maybe they just pre-authorized it, when I didn't think anything of it. And that was them testing to see whether or not the card was good. They bought candy or something like that, because they had legitimately copied my card. And I saw it, and I was like, okay, whatever. I got gas this morning. And then woke up the next morning, and someone had a field day.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and I talked to a buddy of mine. And he was like, yeah, they tested the card, and they found out the card was good. And they give it a few hours to see whether or not it shuts down, and then they go crazy. And how they got me is they went and bought gift cards.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Thousands of dollars worth of gift cards at a Walgreens. They were just hitting me, bing, 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 bing. And it stunk when they got me. I've had it happen twice, but the one time they got me the worst was right while we were on holiday break or on summer vacation. They got me, and I had just been traveling. I had purchased stuff. I was kind of out of my normal spending habits because, you're on vacation vibe, and they hit me. Yeah. And there was it was thousands of dollars that they got in gift cards in a matter of minutes. There was a Walgreens, a CVS, a QT. They were like, bing, 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 bing. And
a lot of places suggest that you don't, this is contrary to the, what's his face, Dave Ramsey, who buys nothing with any credit. But one identity theft expert said, use your credit card, not your debit card. Because if they get to your debit card,
refund.
They can drain your account, but your credit card has protection. And they don't, you won't end up losing money like you could with your debit card.
That's crazy. I'm pretty good about the password thing, because there's oh, you got to have different passwords. I have a system for passwords that
password 1, password 2, password
3. All right, don't give anybody my secret.
I heard a comic say, when they ask you to put a random character in your password, everyone puts the exclamation point. So
that's true.
But I think, Ben, I suggest you just live off the grid. You just don't answer emails. And
so your registration, all that's good?
Yeah. It's still there.
Yeah. That's right.
Boy.
Well, everybody, we managed through without Brooke this morning.
The ship's still in the air.
So we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our Friday, because we're not here Friday or Monday. So hope you have an awesome day. Be sure to lock your car. And if you see Ben's boat, contact Glendale Police Department.